Prance.
Hello.
Prancing. We're doing it.
Does Cha-Cha have a new mask?
Yeah, he does, but we're not going to worry about that right now. What we are going
Okay.
to worry about is we're going to use the fucking hammer.
Sweet.
Also, we're bulky as hell now.
So no more hunting horn for us for a little bit?
For a little bit. Hammer is pretty fucking great, and I used it like all the time in my first playthrough of this game. I used it for a good bit of 4 Ultimate as well.
It's a very colorful hammer.
Yeah, it's another weapon made out of Turapeco parts. I'm like, shit, wait, I gotta fucking store shit. So I'll just go ahead and put that in there, and maybe we'll stop wasting so much time, but I wouldn't count on it.
What armor are you wearing, and why is it a diving helmet?
I am wearing a full set of Rhinopolis armor, and it was not terribly hard to make, and it gives you the still KO team, which you want for Hammer. Because the Hammer is all about KOs. So let's go hunt this thing.
Oh, we're already in super speed. This is a wonderful sign.
So, Double Negative, would you agree that the Deep Ocean is a scary-ass place?
We're fighting a Zelda boss.
So yeah, this is Gobul. It's G-O-B-U-L.
Okay.
I hate him. He's terrible. We're going to be spending like 90% of this mission underwater. And boy howdy, do I fucking hate underwater fighting when it comes to this guy. So hey, this is the hammer. It's the thing I would liken it to the most is imagine playing Punch-Out, and you know how you have to like constantly dodge out of the way so you avoid, getting hit, but also like running down your stamina by accident. This is all about imagine you're playing Punch-Out and every punch you throw is a start punch. That is Hammer.
I never played Punch-Out.
Well, you have homework. Go play Punch-Out. And also Monster Hunter. But yeah, so like you want to hit things in the head with the hammer because it does the most KO damage out of any weapon in the game. Also, its level 3 charge is hilarious, but first you're going to get hit because it also leaves you a whole lot, like really open. So like you want to play it very hit and run style. You want to get in, get your hits on the head, and get out. Also, there's the moving level 3 charge. It's pretty great.
Okay, that is rad as hell.
We don't have half stun on this set, so anytime we get stunned, we're stunned for the full duration. But you can jam on the stick and the buttons to get out of the stun.
That's handy.
But yeah, Gobble doesn't have a whole lot of breakable parts. The whiskers it has are breakable, the lantern it has is breakable, and I think that's it, actually.
So if Gobble goes under the sand like just did, can you knock it out without getting hits?
I mean, I think if you hit it hard enough, or Sonic Bombs might knock it out. I can't remember. I'll be honest with you, I hunt Gobble like this time, and then like there's like one other time it's really necessary, and that's kind of it. You're not going to see a whole lot of Gobble.
All right, fair enough.
You will see a lot of Gobble's much better cousin though when we get to him.
Well, it is kicking your ass too.
Yeah, I mean the defense on the Rhinopolis set, despite how it looks, is not great. Especially because it technically doesn't, like, if I remember right, doesn't take any large monster parts to make.
Really?
Yeah, the Rhinopolis, if you remember, the little rhino things that charge me, and I hate them.
Oh, right.
But this set has KO-teen on it. I gemmed in speed sharpening, because that's just generally a good thing to have. You want to stay away from Gobble when it goes under because it can suck you in like that, like it did in the cutscene. And that would be horrible because it does a lot of damage. I think it also gives you a water bite.
Does it like debuff? Like, does it like gain a buff itself, or?
No, it's just a way of doing damage to you. Generally,
Okay.
outside of Kurapeko, monsters don't have a whole lot of ways of buffing themselves. Generally, they just sort of, are more interested in killing the shit out of you.
And with all those spikes, it looks like it's pretty good at that job.
Yeah, I mean, like Gobble is not terribly tough. I didn't do great on this hunt. I do have a weapon. It is weak against fire. But like, it's really because like 90% of the time I'm going to be underwater.
Yeah, fire doesn't seem like it'd be very useful underwater.
Yeah, well, I mean, being underwater doesn't reduce the effectiveness of fire weapons, thankfully. But like, it reduces the effectiveness of me because I had to fight in 3 dimensions.
Yeah. Did it just run away?
Yeah, and I
Shit.
hit it in the head enough to stun it because I was using KO-teen. It was stunned for a little longer than it should have been, and also it was a little bit easier to stun. Gobble has a pretty good amount of stun resistance.
So we're pretty badass for stunning it then.
Yeah, I mean, we're like I said, we're doing all right. I mean, it's not like we're doing the greatest on this hunt, and this hunt is a little tricky on your first go because it is one of the monsters that is predominantly underwater.
You say predominantly.
It can go on land. You may notice it's somewhere around here. There it is. Yeah, I tried using a sonic bomb. It didn't really work. Certain monsters, when they burrow underground, you can use a sonic bomb to knock them out of it. Most monsters, if they're enraged, it will not let you knock them out.
Interesting.
So you definitely want to keep track of when monsters get pissed off at you. This is completely with that. The moving level 3 charge throws you into that sort of spin. If you press the light attack, the light attack button on the first few spins, you'll get a nice little side-to-side swing. If you press it on one of the last few spins, you will get a sort of golf swing, and it does a lot of stun damage, and also hits very hard.
I need to see that sometime.
It's pretty good. You're not going to see a whole lot of it, like in this fight. Like I said, mainly because we're underwater. But like, generally, like anytime you do a golf swing with a hammer, it does a lot of damage. It hits really hard. Hits nice and hard. Does a lot of stun damage. Like a lot of people say that your super pound, which is the stationary level 3 charge, is what you're going to want to use for hammer the most. I would say it's definitely useful, but like I feel that a lot of hammers' greatness comes from how mobile you can be while you're using it. And it'll be something you'll probably see a little bit better in the next video when we're not fighting a giant piece of shit like this stupid fish.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just what the hammer looks like on land.
So let's get up on land, because here it comes with us.
Oh, never mind then.
Alright, so Gobble is a giant chump on land. He can hit, he can do some rolls and stuff, but otherwise he really just doesn't.
He's a fish out of water.
Yes, he sucks on land. The problem with Gobble I have is that it's kind of unclear where his head ends and his body begins. And like obviously with the hammer you want to hit him in the head because you get the stun damage that way. Gobble's also tired, so this makes it a little easier to stay in front of him. Usually the best bet is if you stay directly in front of Gobble, you'll hit him in the face and do the stun damage.
And Gobble's eating Cha-Cha. Great.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine. Alright, so that little thing on his head, he's used it once to stun us before, so let's go ahead and get him to stop that by breaking it. So while that lantern is there, he can use it like, I'm not sure if I've used a flash bomb to date, I can't remember entirely, but it's like that, but it does it to you. And so we want to like generally when you're fighting this thing, your first goal should be to break that because that's like if you're unlucky, it'll just spam that a whole lot and you'll just get stunned all the time.
Does it happen often?
Yeah, I mean it really depends on how much of a bastard Gobul decides to be, and also I should have died hit there, but I totally didn't.
Ninja skills. Also, this is neither here nor there, but I am totally digging this Terraria-style green skybox for the jungle.
Yeah, I mean Flooded Forest looks really nice, like a whole lot. Like it's a shame that because by virtue of it being a flooded forest, so much of it is underwater. I really wish that like we could get the like a mixture between the portable third version and the one here. Like still have some underwater areas because we have that in the game, but like have some areas that are not flooded entirely.
Or just have it like change randomly between hunts, where one sometimes it's the flooded version, sometimes it's the dry version.
Well, like what I would have it do is like during the because you may have noticed that sometimes when we go hunting places, it's during the day. Also, we just got sucked in. Look how much damage that did.
Damn.
So that's why you don't want to get hit by that. It does a whole lot of damage. Also, we've been inflicted with water blight, which means our stamina regenerates very, very slowly.
Great.
And it drains super quick. So see how slowly it's fucking recovering now? It's awful. So we'll use a nullberry and get rid of that.
Are nullberries hard to come by?
No, you can actually farm them.
Okay, good.
So, like, once you've got a good supply of potions and everything, you should totally make a whole lot of nullberries because you'll need them all the time.
So how is our farm doing?
We're doing pretty good. We got some upgrades in it, so now we can farm stuff for 5 cycles. We got all sorts of different materials, and also Gobble just left us. The jerk.
See ya, Gobble.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really a thing where this hunt. There's not a whole lot to really say about it because Gobble is just wholly uninteresting. But like this is the 3 to 4 star urgent quest, so we had to do this, unfortunately.
On the upside, we're going to have some new hunts pretty soon.
Yes, we're going to have all sorts of cool hunts in 4 star, and we're going to have even more cool hunts in 5 star. And we can get through 4 star pretty quick, but all the hunts in it are pretty neat. So no music's playing, so the goblin must be asleep. You see it?
No, I do not. Yeah, I see it.
Sleepy. And I'll just whiff a couple times because I have poor depth perception.
Smack it right on the face.
I'm just getting warmed up. Alright, so the thing about Gobble is he's got like a shitload of health for no good reason. And like I said, I freaking hate this fight. Just because like I never like there's a couple of things in the game that need Gobble parts. Thankfully I got like all of them immediately.
Okay, good.
So like so we won't really need much Gobble stuff unless we want to use it for like some other things. Like there's a couple things that you can use Gobble stuff for, but like I really wouldn't recommend it because it never comes up like in a sense that would give you reason to hunt this thing more than once. And plus the stills on its armor are not terribly great. It doesn't give you too many options for weapons. Like, man, Gobble's cousin, and we'll see who we'll see later, is just way better in every single way. They even have a better name.
Gobble's a pretty apt name because it does eat stuff. Okay,
well then I'll just go ahead and say it. The name of it, like Gobble, like there's a species of monster related to Gobble called the Nibblesnarf.
The what?
It's called the Nibblesnarf. It's the greatest monster ever.
Oh my god. That is wonderful.
People in the main Monster Hunter thread don't really like Nibblesnarf all that much. Those people are criminals.
That is the best monster because of its name. Holy shit. Can we prance underwater? This is very important.
Unfortunately, we cannot prance underwater, but it's okay because there is solid land nearby, so we'll have to we'll have to engage in the. We'll have to like get out of the water just so we can prance.
Okay, that's otherwise going to be 0 out of 10 video.
Yeah, I mean,
Must prance.
I wouldn't have even like rendered this recording if I didn't prance in it. I mean, prance at the start, but like you gotta have some sort of standards. You gotta prance.
Gotta have your victory prancing.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna swim very expediently. We're gonna use stamina to get out. We're gonna go to gestures, and we're gonna do the thing that we enjoy doing a whole lot.
Can you like rearrange the gestures, or do you have to keep switching between pages for prance?
There's a panel you can put on the touch screen that lets you just switch to them, but I find it easier to just use the menu.
Fair enough.
Well,
that is some smo-looking armor.
That hunt was a thing. You may actually remember, like, we used part of this armor already to get speed sharpening on our switch axe set.
I don't remember a lot about that video.
Yeah, I mean, there was just this long blur, and then there was, like, a thing where you said something about Kenny Rogers, and I got upset. I don't remember really, but, like, it's,
there was a blood haze for a few days.
The important things are there. But hey, we're in 4-star now. Let's talk to that cat.
Sweet.
Alright, so certain quests will give you some better ingredients. And higher level ingredients increase the effects of food. So like if you say you cook a meal that's got 2 no-star ingredients, you'll get like maybe 10 additional health and like no stamina. But like say you're using 3-star ingredients for each, you'll get like 50 health and 50 stamina. That just start out
Holy
max.
shit.
And I mean, it's really important to upgrade your stuff. If you see villager requests and stuff that tell you, hey, you get better ingredients this way, you should probably do them first.
Yeah. Are there like 5-star ingredients, or is 3 the highest?
3 is the highest, I believe.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Okay, so we got access to a new area. We got access to the tundra. We'll have to go there later. 4-star quest. There's not a whole lot right now, but hey, we're making progress, and there is a thing that will happen halfway through 4-star that opens up more 4-star quests.
Awesome.
Got all the goods. Got more stuff. We don't need any of that right now. Junior's got some stuff for us. And like, here's one of the things that we're getting is we're actually getting the option to upgrade our shroom bots on the farm, which effectively means we'll be able to generate more mushrooms, which is especially good because like I said, blue mushrooms plus herb equals potion.
Right.
And I mean, you're gonna need those literally all the time. But we don't quite have what we need for it just yet.
So we'll have to amend that.
Yeah, we'll have to work for that. Also, we got a thing that to get honey, or a honey bots on the farm.
So now we can have our own apiary.
Yeah, and honey, again, is super important because
Honey makes super potions, right?
Honey plus potion equals mega potion.
Close enough. The good potions.
The potions you use as opposed to the potions you combine into mega potions. And we already have all the stuff for that, so we'll go ahead and make that.
I like that the bee's name is Busy Bees. That is adorable.
Also, here, like I said, the villager request for better ingredients. Junior wants to make a better fishing rod so he can go fish out the better ingredients himself.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And like I think we are missing. Yeah, we're just missing some frogs. So I'll just get those off screen. I know where they're at.
Okay.
And you don't even actually have to go on a quest. You can just go on a free hunt and get them.
Even better.
So like you guys don't need to see the freaking Motor Woods. We've been there.
Oh, hey, our farm. Wow.
Yeah, we still only have one plot of land, so I mean we can only do one order at a time. But
it looks kind of different, I think.
Yeah, we're starting to look a little bit more developed, and I really like that. The more you build it up, the better the farm looks.
Yeah, that's super important. Got to show you have progress, otherwise it's boring.
All right, so you can actually we're out of time.
Whoops. Bye, folks.